Boom.
Bosh! Yes, what's good everybody? You know what time it is, ain't nobody down round here. Get that badger in and on and over here. We've moved back to get his greatness in. We've got some quick shout outs we need to do. I've got a track coming out on the 19th of July. There's the pre-order is available. There's a video that will be linked at the end of this video if you want to go check it out. The link is below as well in the bio. Help a brother out. So there's been loads of people pre-ordering it, so I'm going to try break it up over a few videos so that you're not just listening to endless shout outs. So shout out firstly to 2 members, long-term members, and a new one. Shout out to Ian Stevens and Wayne Garbutt, much appreciated. Shout out to Tam, who's asked me to say the keen not to let Angry Mad Gav anywhere near my badger, and I must say Angry Mad Gav gets far too close to my badger on a regular occurrence. Shout out to the Curtis brothers, Darren Lee, John Crowley, Kazzy1, Jaguar Skills 69, Jason Franklin and his daughter Sophie, Baps McKinty, Leeds United John, Ellie Sharon, Yorkshire Nick, Karen and Sop 62. Shout out to each and every one here. I truly appreciate it. If that ain't a good enough shout out, ask me in the comments and I'll give you another one. Pre-order the track, you get a shout out. Pre-order the track, I'll say whatever you want within reason. The video is below. Yes, I want to briefly, quick shit vid. I want to briefly touch on England. It's glaringly obvious now that we are pants. I still think we'll sort of eke us way to semi-finals perhaps, and then maybe get knocked out to a decent side if we get there. I think we've got a pretty decent run. We could potentially face Holland on Sunday, which would be a bit more of a tough game. But I think we'll probably get through. I think even if we was to win the tournament, Southgate has to go, doesn't he? I think we can all agree that it's terrible. I think he were bringing them players on last night just literally to make a point. And then the problem was they came on and actually performed really quite well, didn't they? Which I don't think will have suited him very well. So it's going to be a bit of a nightmare for him. Now, everybody's saying that Manu, however you want to say his name, that it has to start. I'm not in on that at all. I just wish he'd just drop Bellingham into the centre mid and let him just play in a little bit more of an advanced role. Although he's definitely not going to do that if we come up against a team like Holland, because he shits his pants anytime somebody strong comes on. Anybody slightly forward thinking comes on or starts even from that middle spot. Even though he's a safe pair of hands on ball, he works hard enough, does Bellingham. He gets forward, gets back. He'll muck in, but it is what it is. I'd put I'd put Gordon out wide on left, and I'd honestly play Palmer on right. I think he's better than Saka, and I think he will actually go. He'll beat the man to the right. He'll go to the byline if needs be as well, if he's told to. I think Palmer's honestly brilliant. I thought Gordon was good. I thought it was a joke that he only had a minute, and I actually thought he came on and made a difference. I was joking on my Twitter, sort of saying, this is the last chance he'll ever get to play for England. He gets 2 minutes, but he did the business. So Gareth's in for one now. Gareth. So we're straight in here. So we've got the fixture lists out. So it's quite a tough start, I do believe. I mean, they're all tough games out there in Championship, and it starts to take shape about 15 games in, doesn't it, really, the Championship? You sort of know where you're at. Red is hot in it today, by the way, boys, and yesterday. Long may that continue. But Joe from The View reckons that Farke will not get much opportunity at the start of the season. So if we don't start off... Sorry, Badger. Not that he won't get opportunity. I'm putting words in his mouth here, so apologies, Joe. But, he's going to have to get off to a good start, which I do agree with. But I can't remember exactly how many games Joe reckons. I don't know whether it were up to Christmas time. If he's watching this, Joe, let me know when it was, and then don't let me butcher your quotes from a few months ago, because I have forgot. And if you're not watching it, then I'll just put words in your mouth. But yeah, I agree he'll have to start really well. We've got a tough start. I think he'll get the season regardless, unless something truly dross. Unless the true dross sort of starts coming out, which I don't think it will with Fucky. But yeah, we've got Portsmouth, who have just come up. It's 12:30 kickoff though, which does made him, but that's the first game of the season. Portsmouth, you'd think, sound, should get off to a good start there, and then we're straight in. So West Brom, Sheffield, obviously, you're expecting to win all these games anyway, really, aren't you? Which is what's meant about us being in Championship. But Sheff Wednesday, sorry, I don't know if I said Sheffield then. Sheff Wednesday. I'll start again. Portsmouth, you'd win. West Brom, again, they were decent. Sheff Wednesday, that's a Yorkshire derby, Hull Yorkshire derby. Burnley, they've obviously just come down. Cardiff's always tough. Coventry, Norwich, then Sunderland, and then even Sheffield after that. So that takes us into middle of October, and that I truly do believe we'll be in, if we've done well there, we'll be in good shape, and Farky Fucky Fucker will be flying. I'm cutting this video in, yes. I need your help. Do not forget about me. Save a brother's life. Hit the link below in the bio. Ain't no doubt about it. There's talks of that Sessegnon, who's apparently a free agent as of next week. He's been at Tottenham, but he's been proper injury prone. That would be an outrageous signing to me. Obviously, we need a full-back, but I do believe he'll get a decent move. He's been a beast, hasn't he? We're good at Fulham. I think he was at Fulham, and then he went to Tottenham. But as I say, injuries have sort of got in his way. Palace have been sniffing around. Nonto, there's a lot of talks. That A Leeds has gone to Germany, who were mint last year for him. He's gone to Bayern Munich, so they will be looking for a replacement. A lot of talk that Palace have been looking at Somerville and have been looking at Nonto. I think Nonto's a more likely move for Palace, really, because I don't know where Somerville's going to be pushing for, but I think Palace is. I mean, I think Palace is a good move for either of them. I truly do. I spoke to Joe the other day on his channel, and I truly do think if Somerville moves to a big club, I don't think he'll get in the side. So, I think if he wants to progress. I actually spoke to a guy today and he doesn't reckon he'll go, but I think Somerville's going to go, guys. So, but I'm on fence of where's best for him, really. I think if he goes to Liverpool or Chelsea, he's not going to get much game time. I think it's a big risk for them if we are talking 30 million. I think Crystal Palace will be a good move for him because he'll get a lot of game time, but if they're shit, which they're likely to be, I know they finished the season well, but, you could end up bogged down in it again, really. Are you better off staying, hanging around? Not that I know he won't do this, and have another flying year in Championship, which I think is what we're going to do with Gray, really, because a lot of talk about Gray wanting this Dortmund move, which I don't believe necessarily. I think Dortmund's a fashionable place to say that the youngster, the young English lad's going to go to Dortmund and play all these minutes and come back a beast. And it hadn't actually happened as often as sort of people make out. It's obviously happened with Bellingham, but Sancho did it, didn't he? He did well, came back with Cack, gone back, and his career's all over the shop. So you never know with these players. I think it's a bit of pot luck, to be perfectly honest. And I do think these players can get lost at certain clubs and then just get forgotten about. Leeds are a superbly well supported team, so in that sense, we do sort of big these players up and they do become sort of household names, don't they? There'll be players getting moved about all over the shop, but ultimately Somerville's getting spoke about on Talk Sport, which does made him, but still inevitably be getting talked about. And there's not a deal gone through yet or anything, and he's getting mentioned. I don't know if that happens at other clubs. Harrison's now, as we know, gone to Everton. That's not really been spoke about. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like it's said once and then it's left. I do think we're at that level. I know Everton fans will go crazy thinking they're a massive club, but ain't no doubt about it. There's nobody like Leeds. There's nobody like Leeds, and I love it. Leeds. Mark Rocker's still on his way out, which obviously we all know about, but that's sort of dragging on like it all is. Wobber's hitting a bit of a standstill. He's having a bit of a wobbly wobber. Apparently, Leeds are holding pretty strong with the valuation of him. They're wanting up to 15 million for him. Apparently, there's been like a 9 million bid, but they're holding out for 10 and all this stuff. So, I actually think if we could retain Wobber, Wobbly Wobber, Wibbly Wobbly Wobber, Wibbly Wobbling Wobber, I actually think if we can retain him and don't get Rodon back, I think that's a pretty nice touch. Obviously, you'd have Struick, Pascal, Silent, all sorts. Them two are both left-footed, which people would whinge about, but ultimately there's a lot of times where two right-footed centre-backs play together. We're off to Germany for pre-season, but all the games are to be behind closed doors, which is a shame. Obviously, we've got Harrogate and we've got Valencia, which I will be at the game. Whistle up your Barcelona. I can't be asked with Harrogate because I hate it. But all the games were behind closed doors, so Leeds United have urged Leeds fans not to travel. Not that I'll be off to Germany to go watch a lot of pre-season games. Anyway, couldn't be arsed with that. Got shit to do. I'll watch it on the screen, mate. But I ain't travelling to Germany to watch some shit. Especially if I can't even get in. Can you imagine travelling to Germany to go watch, and then you get there and you can't even get in ground? And then it ain't even on TV, it ain't even on telly, Bob, it ain't even on screen to watch. Can't even watch it on screen. Fuming, I'm bloody there waiting for updates on phone and Facebook. Trying to get a live feed, a dodgy feed, when it coaches or something in there. It's like bloody COVID again, and COVID all over again. Okay, I don't know who he was, but I think I've nearly just I think my eye nearly fell out then, that hurt. Mark Halsey. the old Premier League ref, who's actually had a decent career, didn't he? He reckons that some decisions were made against us and it could have cost us promotion, which we don't need any more paranoia around Ellen Road, do we? So do need to be a little bit careful about that. I don't want in on that. But we apparently received 6 letters of apologies, so sort of saying, for certain red cards or penalties that should have been given and stuff. Because Farke was obviously getting a little bit leery about it all, wasn't he? Help me out, 19th of June, go get the single, boom!
Boom.
JackCity, bitch! JackCity, bitch! Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you, and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.